very rich questions, which will enable Christian to tell us where we stand in the fight against anti-Semitism and what can we do in relation and in cooperation with the national authorities on that.
Hi, Athanasius. Look, I think, as you've seen, particularly in the past days, we published also a joint statement by the three presidents. The Commission stands, of course, firmly against all forms of anti-Semitism, and this phenomenon is incompatible with the values and principles on which the European Union is founded. There's a lot of things that the Commission is also in the remit of its competences doing in that respect. President von der Leyen has entrusted Vice President for promoting a European way of life, Margaritis Schinas, to lead the fight against anti-Semitism. And he is being supported by a new dedicated team which works with our coordinator for combating anti-Semitism, which has been established a few years back. Speaking, of course, about concrete cases in a national context, I mean, this will always be first and foremost a matter for national authorities to check this and to see. I mean, we have legislation in place against illegal hate speech. There's the framework decision against racism and xenophobia, which obliges member states to criminalize certain forms of illegal hate speech. But I'm not now, I must say, I'm not in detail aware of this particular case, but it would indeed be for the national authorities in the first place to look into this and to make sure to take the appropriate action against illegal hate speech.
Athanasios, you have a follow-up question?
We know it's a matter for the national authorities at the first level, but if the national authorities do nothing and they don't fulfill their obligations, their European obligations, it's up to you to check if they do so. So are you going to check? How are you going to check? And how can we have an infringement in this case?
Look, as I said, I'm not aware of this particular case. We're happy to take a look, but so I'm not going to comment on any individual case. It is not in principle like that we are not the ones that always have to step in, if national authorities, or if you think that national authorities are maybe not doing enough, but happy to look into this and get back to you with a more substantial answer.
Thank you very much for bringing it on our radar screen, Athanasios. Are there any more questions for Christian? Not at this stage. Thank you very much, Christian. Are there any additional questions on this or anything else? Well, Lorenzo?
Yes, there's a sentence of